Hey everyone, we're going to do an unboxing today. I just ripped open the package. I'm hoping these cards aren't as big as the box. The box is fairly big. I do like the way it glistens. I'm hoping the cards have that kind of effect. You have to be connected to what you like here. That's the objectivity. You want to make sure everything you're working with has a pull to you, okay? So, let's give it a... The book looks like to be the same. Hold on, I've got the paper sticking to it. The book's almost the same in length, but it's still very beautiful. It's got great... For those who read the books, it has a lot of they're not colored pictures, but they're still quite the... It gives you quite the bit in here, more than usual. Decks do, Oracle decks do. I definitely like it so far. I would give this so far maybe the book in the box, I would give a 9 out of 10. The meanings inside, I pull from the card, not the book. I always get something different from what the book is, but that's just me. I've always read that way. This paper, you have a background of the same, so that's pretty neat. The symbol of the pentacle is the same as the box. It glistens, which I like. Always knock on your cards 3 times to awaken them. You can meditate with them. You can cleanse them. I do all of that. I don't ever just start using them. You have to work with them to get a connection that way. I always do. I just think it's a better... I guess that's a better aspect to it. Now, the top of the cards, I don't see much of a... effect there like most Oracle cards have. Yeah, the coloring is okay. My spirit guides say drab, very drab-like. Like I said, the coloring is okay, but if you're going to be sitting in a low-lit area, the low lighting is not going to help you at all. You won't really have too much of a sighting of the card, what the card represents to you. You really have to use your intuitive feel to the cards. I definitely have. That's my big dog in the background. The Mother, Maiden, and the Crone. It's a very pretty deck. I would say if your Spells from the Hearth, like I said, the coloring on these things in the lighting are okay. But in a low-lit room, I wouldn't suggest this deck. So, the pictures I'd give a 9 out of 10. The coloring I would give maybe a 5 or a 6. The Crone in the Winter. Ancestors and Apples. Like I said, the pictures are really, really great. Spells of Rose Concordance. Very pretty. What does this deck hold to you? What is it, when pulling these cards, do you see something that you're connected to? Do you like what you see? Do you see the connection in the pictures to you? Would you use this deck during a certain Sabbath? Would you use it for divination of any sort? Or would you use this for a practical deck? Would you use this deck for a... See, I love this card right here. This one right here. I would use this deck when fretful times come, more or less. Work with your emotions. I will be doing card readings on here soon. I'm waiting for my other Witch's Moon box to come. So I will be doing one probably during that, when I unbox that box. The lighting on these cards are very, very, very poor visibility. So I would suggest you use this as a fun deck for yourself, or, you know, if you're going to read for somebody, make sure you have quite a bit of lighting around you, because it's not really, doesn't stand out too much. The pictures are beautiful. They are vintage, like, I mean, what do you guys think? What's your take on the deck? Would you guys buy it? Would you guys... She sleeps with the stars. Would you guys buy this deck for personal use, or to read for somebody, or use it during specific times of the year? I think this deck has multiple uses. I don't think, for me specifically, that I would use it for reading a client or reading anybody. I would just use this for my personal use. So I would suggest you choose what you like to use it for. And when you pull the cards, leave a comment under here. What card pulls to you? What card do you get a notion, a message from? What card stands out to you the most, like a mirroring effect? Think about that. What do you get from these cards? I'm going to try to hopefully go through the whole deck with you so you get an idea how beautiful these cards are. I like to give at least some sort of full transparency to a deck, because a deck is important. Because if you're going to buy them, you want to know what's in the deck. And it goes to what you're pulled to. Are you pulled towards earthy, earth magic, or are you a fire sign? Or are you earth sign? Are you air? Are you water elements? All those aspects come into play, I think, when you pick your cards out, because you definitely are pulled to things that you gravitate towards and that you have the same ability in. I am an earth sign. So I am very, very, very connected to the element of earth and the element of air. I definitely like to expand with fire and with water elements. So I tend to try to find decks that I can work with when it comes to that, like moon decks for the water element. I think that's a great one. Or you can actually find a water element deck, specifically just water element. This is a pretty cool one. I like this one. And what cards, what associations do you guys use when you pick out cards? Do you go online? Do you go to the local shop to feel them out, to pick them up? I do that sometimes. I'll go on, places like Amazon or something like that, and I will pick out decks that I'm immediately pulled to. Sometimes you do that, though, and it doesn't work out when you get them. So it's probably like, for me, the best option is to feel them out. To get the box in your hand, to really go forward and see what comes to you, because it's not set in stone. It's not set in stone at all when you open that box. And sometimes you buy something and you hold on to them, and really it was meant for someone else. I've done that, and so has my sister. We have both bought things that ended up being for each one of us the opposite, and we end up giving our stuff to each other because it wasn't meant for you. It was meant for someone else, but you were meant to get it. So this one is beautiful, The Gathering. Being with your sisters, your coven. And this is the last one. I'm sure some of these stuck together. Here's another favorite of mine. Yeah, so tell me what you guys thought about that deck. What card called to you? Put a comment under this video. What came through for you for these cards? What did you feel? What did you maybe hear? What sensations did you get through the body? Through scent, through touch, through sight, through vision, through all of that. Tell me what you got through that. We can use these in a deck for when we do a live. I can do a reading for those in a live. Okay? Alrighty, everyone. It was great to see you all.